One of our most frequently asked questions is what type of towels we use, when do we use them, how many towels do we have, and what's your favorite towel? Let's talk about some towels today, baby.
This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to keep you waiting. So let's start with number one, the Autofiber. This is I think they consider this one a removal towel. We use this one primarily for what, Sal?
We use this for a rinseless process.
Yeah, rinseless. We don't like mitts. We're not huge fans of the sponge. Sponge is cool. Actually, the House of Rags has a really nice sponge that we use. Beautiful color. It's kind of like the big red sponge, or I think the rag company had that little black one, I believe. Everybody has like their own little rinseless sponge type of deal. I prefer a towel overall for most cases. What do you see advantages of doing rinseless with a towel? Something specifically like this.
For one, for you got a spot that's real soiled, real dirty, it's nothing just to flip it over to the other side without having to worry about going back and dunking.
Yeah.
I say that's my favorite.
Yeah. And this towel we really like. Shout out to Ian at Autofiber. He actually gave this to us. It was gifted. A pack of these at a training that we did last year. So shout out to Autofiber, Ian. So these have been the second longest lasting towels that we have. Most towels don't run the test of time. Usually that's where you see the fall off is on performance. These are about a year. We don't do a lot of rinseless washing, but we use it for other applications here and there. But primarily, I like the level, the height of its nap. It's soft enough. It can get into cracks and crevices really well. If we're working on a classic vehicle with a lot of chrome trim around the windows, you can kind of get into those little nooks, and you know that you're getting everything out. The wire wheels that are a little bit more difficult to get into with a towel like this, it makes it easy. We've even cut these towels before to do the floss method to get those wired wheels when you're working on collections. And when it's hitting those stage lights, or when it's going to Pebble Beach, you got to get those. Things got to be perfect. So what's something else you like about it?
Extra credit. It has numbers on here.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8 for all sides, and that's to help distinguish what side you used and when you haven't. I wish there were more over here. I mean, because when the towel starts moving, you're, oh man,
what side am I on? Yeah.
So you see they're right there in the middle. So when you fold the towel into 4s, it's hard to see them.
Yeah, it's a very, very solid towel.
Right. That's our rinseless. That's what we use.
Yeah. With the Autofiber towel, great towel, lots of use out of it. Recommend them. We'll link it in the description below. Second towel, you want to talk about? This is our
steam only.
Yeah, it was used for steam only, and it's actually replacing another towel. Well, actually, we'll talk about it as steam. We'll just talk about it as steam for now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now so these are not going to be in any specific order. We literally had to take notes of, we know what each use case is for each specific towel, but we had to kind of write it down so we kind of remember as we went through for you guys to be as descriptive as possible. And the reasoning we chose each towel. Our next towel is going to be Clean Korea. So this is the dual-sided towel. You have a high nap and a low nap. This towel is fantastic. Right now, this is primarily only steam. So this is a clean towel. We're literally just going in after the dirty work is done and steaming and freshening up. It sees a little bit of residual, if anything, whether that's residual dirt, residual chemical. It's pretty much a clean towel. So that's why we're looking into incorporating it somewhere else, because it's held up. We've had these towels for quite some time. They bounce back really, really well. And this is a Clean Korea towel. This is through Detail Division. A fantastic towel.
Low nap, high nap, two-sided. So this is if you were going to compare this towel to something, I think the rag company has one that's very similar that we use before.
I think that's the Eagle. I'm not positive. It might be the Eagle Edge. So I'll link it in the description because we used that one for a long time. And that's a solid towel. That is a solid towel. Mm-hmm. But these ones, These ones outlasted those by far. It's this specific towel here compared to the comparable Rag Company one. This one has outlasted in longevity by far. Like this one feels as soft as the day we got it, and it's about a year old. Maybe a little bit of a drop off on the feel itself, but performance, it's still there. Sal can use this one on windows, and it'll work better than most towels out there. They come in a 2-pack, and they're a little pricey at the time of this video coming out. I want to say it's maybe $15.99 for 2, somewhere around there, something like that for 2 towels. But again, longevity. What's the next towel, Sal? You want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So this is our rugged. This is our Clean Korea rugged. What's the name of this one?
I think that's just the clean towel. I think it's called clean towel, the clean towel.
So we use this for our interiors. These get beat up. The wear and tear on these starting to show.
Yeah.
Again, because these are our interior towel only. So
it's like the workhorse.
Yeah. So all single, the same length on all sides. These come in a pack of 10, right?
Yes.
Pack of 10.
Yes.
So this has been a great towel. I would say we use this towel kind of like we would use Kirkland's. That's how not that grimy, but they do get beat up just like a Kirkland.
Yeah, we're not afraid to use it. And here's the thing about the Clin towels. With certain brands of their towels, I don't want to do dirty work with, because I know once they hit that dirty work, it's pretty much downhill from there. With the quality of the Clins, you can do some nasty work. I've been in some binds where I was out of some Kirk Franklin's, or I had to hit this with the not Ulix, but like another tar remover, or I had to clean some wheels. I had to do something where, your good towels, you're like, oh man, I don't want to do you like that. Because you know it's going to be pretty much cooked, right?
Right.
But these ones, I've had to do some things with them. I had to when you got to put some PSS on the exterior and it hurts your soul, you're like, not on one of my babies. Not on one of So I had to volunteer a couple of these for tribute, and I had to do some dirty work, but they bounce back, man. They bounce back.
We'll get into that more, because that's a mentality that we'll
talk about.
We are breaking.
So this towel, super versatile towel. If we never used them for interior, I want to say I maybe have used them for exterior too. As far as like on paint, it wouldn't be my first choice, but even this one on paint, I would say is better than some of these other ones out there.
When you're down to 3 towels, you grab anything.
Yeah.
So that's what the importance of having good towels, when you can use them.
Yes, and towels are very, very slept on because there's so many out there, but a lot of the towels out there, to be honest, are just kind of mediocre. They're not really. They'll perform well for a short amount of time, but that's it. When they're expired. They're trash. So yeah, Clean Korea, Clean Towel Detail Division, fantastic job. And this one is a very good price. These towels here, we've never replaced any since we've bought them. And we've had these towels for a year. And we use these towels every day. So figure on average day, we're probably going through how many of these? About 10?
Yeah.
About 10 of these a day. And we've never had to replace a single one. And I want to say I maybe have 40 of them. And I've never replaced a single one. They've all have lasted. I'm pretty sure, unless I gave one away, I don't ever remember one being like, this one's done. This one's cooked. So go check that one out. On deck. Next on deck is a finisher.
This is our finishing towel. The Collabo, Clean Korea Carbon Collective Collabo.
Yeah. That's a zero finish towel.
So with this towel, I use this towel when doing the finishing. When in our process, we do windows at the end. And when I do windows, I make sure I have this towel with me. This is for all the piano blacks, all the wood grain, any chrome finishes. I come through.
Any screens.
I come through with this towel, and it gets any type of fingerprint, anything left over, no streaks.
Yeah.
And this color, I'm colorblind. This color is blue, light blue,
like green, a teal.
Green.
Light blue. Pretty close.
So that's how we don't distinguish colors. We just have names. This is this is glass.
Yeah, and you can. They all have a different textile feel. So for me, communicating it with Sal, even when we're deciding on what towels to buy, I have to also know, like, do you see a difference here? I have to incorporate one more step when we're buying towels, and that's, you know, the vision or lack of color on Sal's end. So we need to make sure that certain towels have specific jobs, and most of them do require a different nap and a different feel. Like he was saying, this is a finishing towel, so this grabs extremely well. I guess most people would call it a very tight pearl weave. But these here, the quality of these are unsurpassed. There's a lot of pearl towels out there, or Korean made towels, or whatever. But when you're talking about top tier, when it comes to industry, these towels right here are unmatched.
So with this towel comes in a pack of 4.
I think
4, right?
4 or 5 pack.
4 or 5.
Yeah. These are very good towels. Great for polish removal as well. You can remove polish with those. I remove polish with every Clean Korea towel that we have. This one is probably my preferred. We carry them in. We have them in white that I do for polish removal, and then we also have it in orange.
Same towel, same name, just different color.
Yeah, just a different color. This one we use primarily for our paint prep.
Right.
So these towels don't get a lot of use. It's primarily before we're putting on any kind of sealant or prep before coating. So we maybe have, I think I only bought 2 packs of these. So I only have about 10 of them. I've given a few away, but great towels to have. Also for the paint prep towels, if in any way Sal happened to run out of glass towels or something happens or we forgot glass towels, this is always a towel that he can go to. These 2 towels here actually can place as backups because these are
touching clean.
Yeah, they're touching everything clean. So we probably, and also when you have towels designated for only clean surfaces, the longevity of those towels are going to be a lot longer than the ones that are doing a lot of the grunt work. So those are the 2 towels, the Clean finish, the Zero Finish by Clean Korea, available at Detail Division. All right.
Next up, gray color, same towel.
Yeah. I'm transitioning over.
Zero.
I'm transitioning over from the white towel to the gray towel for my polish removal. So yeah, these are all 3 the same.
There's
a little bit of a thickness in this one and this one, right?
Right.
Than this guy here.
Yeah. They're all 0. There's total of 4 different colors. And we're just missing the white.
Here's the white. So as of now, the way we have these Clean Korea towels in our lineup, this is the Zero Finish towel. We have white for polish removal. We have orange for paint prep. We have blue for finishing. And we have gray. That was a backup window. And now it's going to be for polish removal. We're going to eliminate the white. We're going to use the white for another application. We still have about, maybe 15 of these guys here. And it's now we're gonna give it a demotion. And these we've been using for about 2.5 years. So we're moving these down. Go ahead.
I think we haven't found a place.
Yeah, we don't know what we're gonna use it for.
But I think I would like that for chrome polish, hand polish.
Ooh,
Bada boom,
yes.
Bada bing.
Because we're always using something different with those, huh?
Yeah, and I gotta use 2-3 different towels when I'm doing chrome polishing.
Yeah, or just
Now I just use one. Know what I mean? Bam, 0 towels, Clean Korea.
Yeah. And then we won't have to be replacing them because we know we can wash it. But yeah, those are the Clean Zeros. Those all have their place, and that's what we use them for. All right, so right now we need to go back into the rag company because we got this. The FTW towel. I didn't want to like this towel when it first dropped. I was like, man, I don't need that towel. I was like, that first of all, that shit looks it looks like it's going to scratch some shit up. When you get them out of the package, they're kind of stiff. And then as you work them and, move them around, fold them, they get a little bit more flexible. And it's almost like they get softer as they age. We also take care of all of our towels with rags to riches. So let that be known. We also we have used other brands in the past. We used the Carbon Collective detergent, which was great. We use Rax Riches, of course, and then we've also tried the Thor microfiber wash.
Renaissance?
Huh?
Is it Renaissance?
I think so. Yeah, and that one was good too. So we're not seeing dramatic enough differences to switch over yet. Like I'm not seeing anything like that I'm really impressed with. So I stick to the tried and true in cases like that. But I'll link all of those washes because they're all great washes in the description below. But yeah, this one, sealant, man. I use them for sealants. I've been using them for sealants for years, and they hold up very well. They do stain a little bit. I wish they wouldn't stain as much because sometimes when you hit those areas of rubber or something, sometimes you may hit the top of the tire.
It's a towel.
I know, but I like these ones to look. I like my finishing towels to look nice.
So these towels only touch clean paint.
Yes.
Packs of 3. This is packs of 3.
This is packs of.
I think it's 3.
Is it 2 or 3?
I think it's 3 because this is the combo that I sell when you sell Defender and Bead Maker. You can't buy Bead Maker and Defender.
Yeah, they always got the little.
That's the combo right there.
So it's a good towel. It's a good solid towel, guys. So
comes in 2 colors.
Yeah, comes in the teal. Actually, I think it comes in blue also.
Oh,
yeah, it comes in. It might come in a few colors.
I never seen blue.
Yeah, it's a light blue. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, good towel. Rad Company. I'll link it in the description below. All right, Sal, let's get to your babies over here now. So we got through pretty much all the towels that we use on a daily basis as far as utility and application wise for pretty much everything. We're gonna leave this one out, man. we were about to get into the juicy
fun,
stuff, yeah. And I was like, man, how are we gonna go out without talking? Because
the sixth man,
yeah,
this the sixth man right here. You call on this man. No matter what.
He's a garbage man. Yeah. You call the garbage man, huh? He's doing the dirty work.
Yeah, this the Dennis Rodman right here.
Anthony Mason.
Yeah, Charles Oakley. This man's gonna come get it done right here. We all know. We all know
the old trusty Kirk Franklin, baby.
Kirkland.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the fresh Kirkland.
You can't. Man, this thing, hey.
I think if there was a towel detail, was like, just give me a fresh. If I had to choose, because you have the most experience with it, you know what that one could do.
Yes, it could do some work.
Yeah,
a fresh Kirk Franklin will go up
dangerous.
Against. I'll put it head to head with pretty much anything out there, except for the edges. I can't mess with that. Yeah. If they got rid of this edge, ooh man, they'd be giving everybody a run for their money.
Another one, Kirkland. I told you if they just made this towel, if they made it both sides. The high nap side.
Oh, yeah.
And if they made the other side no high nap. Yeah. You got 3 different towels, one for both.
Uh-huh.
Kirkland, if you're listening, you guys get that one for free.
Yeah.
So these we'll get into the recycling.
Well, the dirty so the Kirk Franklins, as I'm going through the towels, I'm thinking, well, what do we use for this? And what do we use for that? Kirk Franklins. I'll tell you what I did with some Kirk Franklins this past week. I hit them with some Ulex and took off some month-long dressings that were on this nasty tire. I did some orange power on the interior to get some gum out. What else did we use Kirk Franklin's for this week?
The dirty barrels of the rims. Oh, you gotta with the scrub. You gotta get in there with something nasty. This is the one to polish out the underneath the dirty door handles.
Oh yeah, we did. We got those little scratches. Yeah. So this one is man, but it'll do the job. And then I use it just it's like the new shop towel is what it is.
Right.
You know how like the older generations they all have their towels.
The towel? They had to do it.
The blue ones or the red ones and it's kind of progressed. It's just now it's like these are the new shop towels.
Yeah.
Because they're so cheap, they're affordable. Everybody I know that has a shop always has some fresh Kirk Franklins around.
I think
you got to clean the bathroom real quick. Okay, toss it when you're done. You don't care.
For those that still use a wash towel, it probably could be a good wash towel.
Yeah.
Even for the last time you washed yourself with the wash towel. Remember that?
Yeah. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, loofahs nowadays. So yeah, Kirk Franklin. If you guys don't know where to get these, man,
Sleeping.
yeah. Now let's get into the good stuff. The drying towel.
Drying towel. So a lot of different drying towels out there.
Everybody says there's the
Everyone
best.
says there's
Everybody
the best.
says there's
Whatever.
the best.
I'm gonna tell you, we're about to show you our favorites. First one on deck. This is the Clean Korea Evo. This is the medium sized one. Detailed division. Shout out to Scott. When you go on the site, you're looking through the towels and you got small, you got large, you got medium. You're like, what are the size difference? I know the dimensions are on there, but I'm not good with the measuring tape. So we'll give you guys when we show the other towels what they look like in size, so you guys can get a feel for it. So this is the Clean Korea Evo. So on this towel, low nap on both sides. What we use this towel for, and this size towel we use for sedans, for the freshly coated ceramic vehicles. We have this Tesla that we just ceramic coated, beads beautiful. You don't need much, but this towel right here, this one side, this size towel, this medium will get the whole sedan done. If you're talking SUVs, it's not going to happen. But the reason why we use this Evo towel is because when you have that slick ceramic coated applied and you wash it, some things just don't stick, man.
Yeah.
This Evo, it just goes on there and you just feel it.
Yeah.
And it fits on there nice and tight. I want to say tight, but it just feels smooth, man. When you
it's such a low nap and it's such a tight weave. Actually, I saw a few other detailing companies start to introduce this type. You know what I mean? So it's becoming more and more popular. Even Scott, when we inquired about it, how did he describe that to you?
His exact words are, use the Evo when you have a nice ceramic coated black vehicle. He said it's gonna feel different.
Yes.
I can't explain it, but that's just the best way. He's like, it's gonna feel different.
Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this because this is a great kind of a way of understanding the different levels of quality. Because some people can't distinguish that. Oh, it worked exact same. There's a difference in everything. And when you get to quality, sometimes it's not a big, huge incremental difference that you're looking for, but it could just be something in the experience of it. Like for instance, this one. This one pretty much ensures that whatever was on that surface is now gone.
Right. Especially, we use the large one, the large Evo towel, is when we have those big SUVs, the Suburbans, the Grand Wagoneers, and they all have that big old sunroof with all glassed out. Man, it feels so great knowing when I throw that up there and I pull it, it's taking everything. Yeah. I don't remember the last time I had to get on top and with some window cleaner and wash that off.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because we used to have to go back after washing it with the other time because the twisted loops, they leave so much space in between. So it's not grabbing on. It's almost like the weight of this just like sticks to the surface and it grips it. Medium size Evo by Clean Korea. This is available in the detail division.
There's a few different
This is
colors.
red. Yeah, they have a couple different colors. This is the red one. Okay, this bad boy here, this dual side is going to be another Clean Korea. This is going to be, we were recommended to use this with our rinseless washing. And I totally understand why. How we were just talking about the flexibility of it. Feel the flexibility on that thing. Play with it. Go on, touch it. But you could imagine trying, if when you're drying from a rinseless, rinseless when you're drying, it's almost a different process. If you're doing panel by panel, you're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you need to get in. So this one here, of course, you have all the performance and longevity and all the good stuff of Clean Korea, and you have the little, I don't know what they call it, but it's, closed suede edge. And just the quality of the cleans, man. You pay attention to anything. Not a single loose stitch. Look at that. You can even barely tell where the fold over is. But
what's this towel called?
I don't know. I forget the name of it.
Uh-huh. It'll all be linked.
Yeah, I'll link all these
We
towels in
haven't
there.
used this one yet.
Yeah, but I can already tell, like it's gonna work really. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, okay, this would be perfect for the rinseless because you have the twisted loop side, but you don't have the big bulkiness of it. It's easy to, like application wise, I could see this one here being probably the easiest to use and the most enjoyable.
Hey, but also we use the Evo on the rinseless. The Evo gets down on rinseless too.
Yeah.
I like it. Depending on the car.
Yeah, and I think that's
Depending on the car.
I wouldn't want to use the Evo on like a fleet truck.
No.
And primarily for the reasons is I don't want to feel, because you feel a little bit more with the Evo, like hand wise. Like if you're working on a nice Ferrari or you're working on a Porsche with the curves, that's part of the experience of like working on those cars, right? Like they got the big fenders, the curves, and whether you're polishing or hand applying wax and just looking at the light from a different side. That's kind of the experience I get with the Evo, and I know I'm going to have that with this guy here. But I don't want to feel that on a work truck. I'm just trying to get that shit dry. Let's just say I don't want that experience on that car. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that. It's like, nah, I'll just hit that with the old twisted loop. This one right here.
The workhorse.
Old trusty right here. Man, how old are you now?
This is the Clean Korea.
How old are you?
Clean Korea dual.
This was
large.
This was older than your kids.
So, all right. This is the large size. Hold up that Evo. Hold up the Evo so that way they can see. Large, medium. Those are the sizes. This duo.
This was our very first. Was this our very first period?
Yeah.
Clean Korea towel?
Yeah. Yes, sir. This thing is going strong. 3 years, 4 years now?
About three.
4 years. This thing is going. This one right here, this one will get your whole car. This one will get a whole SUV.
Easy. Mm-hmm. Easy. And you see, we're so far distance from the towels we used to use. Because if you did a full SUV with one of these or two SUVs with one of these of another brand, you're going to be wringing that shit out.
Yeah, the old school.
That's just going to be heavy. It's going to be this one here. The performance is different and it lasts. This one right here, this one works as good as it did on day one when we dry a towel with this. That is ridiculous. And this is why we invest the money that we do into towels, because I don't have to buy towels for a very long time when I'm using these towels. When we talk about the price tag and we talk about really being conscious of what you're paying for, you buy it once and you're done. The buy once, cry once type of deal. Okay, yeah, and these aren't even that much more expensive, this specific towel, compared to the knockoffs and the other joints out there.
And a drying towel, man, drying towel is one of those ones where you need them.
Yeah.
But you one of those things like, okay, I can wait.
Yeah.
I can just make your life more miserable.
Yeah. You don't realize how much time a good drying towel will save you because you get so used to using the shitty drying towels. So I'm glad some of these guys are trying to step their game up more, because the difference between this drying towel and other drying towels is like, it's levels.
Performance.
Pops is how old? 73 years old? And he could dry his car in less than 3 minutes.
That's Pops, man. Pops don't move like he used to.
Yeah, it's easy for him though. He's just throwing. He's like, I just wipe it one time. This towel here, it changed the way that I looked at towels. It changed the way because I always thought that towels were something I never even considered the performance category when it came to towels, because I thought they all performed pretty much the same. Like that's honestly where I was. And it took a long time to invest and spend thousands of dollars on towels. But it's almost like a one-time purchase once you get there. obviously there's going to be times where you have to use the towels where it's just not going to be usable again. You know, ceramic removals, solvents, certain, you know, or you just have to use it for grimy stuff every once in a while. But once switching over, it's like I don't want to go back to not having these towels. If I don't have these towels, I almost don't want to do the work.
Right.
It's like, so you're telling me I can't use? No, it ain't going to happen.
I'm going home.
Yeah. It's like going to work and saying, oh, your computer's broke. You got to do everything manually today. Like, what? I'll go, there's a typewriter in the corner. I'm better off not even working. Now you're making my job hard. So right. we're trying to make your guys' job easier and let you guys know what's out there, what we use, what we prefer.
The Casino, they got this towel and they're like, dog.
Oh yeah, all the ones that have this towel, like
bro. So leads us into the next towel.
All right, baby. So that's it. The OG Drying Duo Clean Korea, available at Detail Division. All right, so I'm gonna let you go at this one, man, because this is all Sal right here. He's all excited about this.
So with this towel, we went into conversation with Joel. Well, me and brother were doing a detail. We're like, yo, all these towels get recycled down to do the busty work, which is the rims and the tires, right?
Yeah.
And the rims and the tires is the hardest part to clean of a vehicle.
It takes the longest.
It takes the longest.
Period.
Yes.
Period. The longest part of most details, unless you're polishing, the longest part is the time consuming part is the wheels.
And then on top of that, we're using the shittiest towels that you could get because we all recycle them down. That's the normal train of thought, right? Use the busted towel, use those on the rims. Yeah. Well, we had bought these. So let
them know what does that do? What's the problem with passing the towel down? So on top of already.
So you got the jacked up busted towel, and it's usually a busted up Kirkland, and the busted up Kirkland sucks. But we use them because it's a towel that's what it's for. And so doing these high performance vehicles on the rims, the AMGs, the M series, I'm going to 3-4 towels on one rim trying to get.
This is after the wash.
After the wash.
This is after the wash. This is like the final. The finishing on the.
I'm not talking your daily drivers, the Hondas. Those things clean up nice.
Yeah.
But the high performance one, and I was like, man, there's got to be a different way. Why are we using the stupidest towel on the hardest job?
The bottom of the barrel performance towel.
Yes.
Because you're a Kirk Franklin. Every time you wash a Kirk Franklin, it's degrading in value rapidly. Like the drop off is nasty. So. Now you're telling me you use a Kirk Franklin for windows, for interior, for some grimy shit. Now it's gotten down to the point where it's wheels and tires. At that point, it might as well be a paper towel.
Man, why?
So we're using that for some of the hardest work to do, right?
Yeah.
Most time consuming.
You need your
where you would need.
You need your A team to come tackle that mess.
Yeah. It was a simple theory. Yeah. And I was like, well, that doesn't make, now to me, it makes sense because in your mind, you're saying it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to use my good towel on those fucked up tires. Like that's dumb.
Right.
Like make that make sense. So make that make sense.
Make that make sense. We always talk about Clean Korea, the performance, the longevity.
The durability.
It's like we got this towel that makes the dopest towels and we're talking all this shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's put them to the test, man.
Yeah.
Like if they're that durable, they're gonna be durable for these rims.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of these towels. These here are the Clean Korea Duo towel. This is the small.
This is the
exact same as a Duo large.
Yeah. So
exact same.
So that's just for reference. Small, medium, large. So those are the three sizes that the Clean Korea towels come in. Unless it's a specific towel. Some of the towels come in. But for most of the drying towels, they have the small, medium, large. So this towel here is...
We purchased these because we're just going to see what they are.
We lost a few too.
Yeah. We got this towel mainly at the very end of the dry, or the very end of the wash. You dry, you got some drippage.
Yeah.
And we will use this to go through and just clean it up. It's small. You put it on your waist, piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
So these weren't getting very much use. And every now and then I would use these. These would be extra. We have an extra in the bag. I would use these for windows, for finishing on the interior. Because again, this is
like, it was like clean work utility
yeah.
type of stuff, but it never touched anything nasty.
So then I was like, yo, bro, we got a few of these small duo towels, man. I want to use these on the rims because if they work this good drying the car, I mean, I'm sure, and they pick up everything. You know what I mean?
It's a drying towel.
Yes. So
it grips like a brand new, well, it grips like a Clean Korea twisted loop, but it grips like any other brand's brand new twisted loop towel.
So I said, hey, I want to use these on the rims, man. We got extra. They're not getting a lot of use, so we're just using one time. And if they work, I mean, it's worth looking into, worth talking about it.
And then I'm looking at it like, you're telling me you want to use a $20 towel.
$15.99.
I think it might be
Went up?
20.
I thought it was $15.99. I'm pretty sure it's $15.99. I was looking.
Let's just say 20
Okay.
right now. Let's say it's $19, whatever. Either way, he's trying to. That's a very expensive towel to be putting on some
What are you
wheels.
tripping?
And I'm like, this fool's really like, okay. What I said, oh, if you're gonna try this out, but I told him like 4 different times, kind of like, hey brother, you buy another one if this don't work, like, you're replacing that one. So he kept talking about, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna do it, but we always forget to do stuff.
Well, I was kind of timid too. Like, oh man, I don't want to do that.
You're like, not right now, right? Time. So anyway, you did it, and what happened?
So we did it on a Bentley. Bentley that has spokes,
gloss black, and it's the sport. It's the small SUV, but it's a sports edition. So the brakes are insane on these things. So we do this car every 2 weeks, and it's just caked up.
The wheels were ceramic coated.
Yeah, we coated the wheels and everything, but it's still crazy. So what were you seeing when you reached for this?
So I said, perfect time to try it.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the Duo, the small one, and on those spokes, there's always buildup left over. Not on every single one, but all those spokes, you're gonna miss something.
Yeah.
And so I would use the Kirkland before, and I would use the Kirkland. I would have to go do a first wipe and then the second wipe. Right. On this one, when I got in those spokes, it has the high loop, was a high nap, and I like flossed it, and I took it out, and it left no residue. I was using Quick Shine QS. Coach Kimmy finishing spray, the exterior.
Quick.
I used that just to have some lubricant, bro. I was like, oh, let me. So I did a few more. I did the whole rim, and I'm like, I did not have to go back and wipe. And the whole time I'm just like, yo, bro, he's doing his thing, and I just kept saying, bro. And I went to the next rim, same towel, same thing again. I just I folded, so I got 4 sides. So I finished that rim. And I was like, this can't have that much more to go on this.
Yeah.
I did all 4 rims, 1 towel, no rework.
Yeah.
And you could tell because you finish off with the tire shine.
Yeah, and I'm inspecting. When we do most processes, we tried to set everything up in sequence to where both of us have at least an opportunity to look at it first. So say if Sal's removing stains or something, I would come in with the vac after or do the final scrubbing or something finishing. We like to have both eyes in sequence over every area that we do. So Sal's going to work the wheels when I go into the tire shine, or if I do the wheels and he does the tire shine, whatever. You're getting 2 sets of eyes looking at it. So there's inspecting. He might be like, hey, bro, you need to hit this one more time or whatever. So as I'm going through, I'm looking and I'm seeing that they look clean. I'm like, okay, how did they look? I don't know how much time he spent on them. I don't know what was going on. But to me, they looked a lot cleaner already. They looked really, really good. Because this particular vehicle, we don't scrub every 2 weeks. We'll hit it with Magic Wheel Cleaner, let that dwell. Go over with Alkaline Wheel Cleaner or vice versa, whatever. Like we don't like to scrub those wheels all the time because those wheels, it's a gloss black finish. So the less touching, the better it is for the rim itself. So sometimes they're not 100% clean even after.
Right.
You know, you're always gonna have some little residue, and then I kind of have to go back at the very, very final stage of inspection and wipe that up. But this time I was like, okay, I don't need to do it on that wheel. But I would always see that on the first wheel anyway. The first wheel that you would work on was always cleaner than the rest, because by the time you go around, the performance of whatever towels you're using drops off. So it's kind of like almost like you would have to use a fresh towel for each one. Just in case people may not know or may not be catching it, when you're doing a final wipe down with the towel, if you hit the backside of that rim sometimes, you're catching it and pulling it forward. So when you're using a normal microfiber towel, what's happening is it's just gonna streak up the rim as you're pulling it out. What this does here is, since it's a drying towel, the towel actually absorbs everything. So it's not leaving a ton of residue or anything behind. It's a higher nap, so it's getting into the areas that maybe there's emblems or there's a little seam or it's tight. It's gonna get around the lug nuts. It's gonna get in there and dry also, because there's always residual. You know, there's always that residual dripping water on the rim. So this is handling not only, it actually helps lubricate it a little bit and use it to clean. So the incorporation of this into the wheels had Sal thinking, okay, well, if it worked on wheels.
What else you use for grimy?
Yeah.
Door jambs. So we all know door jambs get grimy, and again, you use the bottom of the barrel towel in most cases, right? I don't think anybody's using a fresh towel for some door jambs.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes with door jambs. Not on this Bentley, but there's some vehicles that get grimy, and I use this wheel. Going in, finishing on the door jambs, I did all 4 wheels, and I still have the other side left. This right here, I could clean all 4 wheels, finish all 4 wheels, and get the door jambs. And we're working on one towel.
And when you're finishing the wheels, also, guys, the wheels are like 95% clean.
Right.
It's like you're just getting small residue. So it's not like, oh, you're using it on wheels, you're using it on. It's like, yo, that's very little. That's if anything is on there.
And then it's not that so much that it has junk on it. It's wet.
Yeah.
It gets wet, and
we don't want to leave any kind of residue on the rims. Like we want to finish every part of the car when we do the car. That's just part of our quality control. So those black glossy finish rims, sometimes whatever, if you're using alkaline or if you're using acids or something, it might have a little cloudy haze on it that you just need to buff off really quick. And that's primarily when we say finishing off the rims, that's what we're talking about, or getting the residual wet stuff. But from time to time, there's a little bit of dirt buildup. Obviously, that's a process that we're working on, and it's getting better and better. Actually, I think I'm almost there. But with those high performance wheels, sometimes there's residual on there, and that's where Sal's talking about. I would use, how many towels would you say on a vehicle? Like say that Bentley, how many towels would you use on that Bentley to clean up what you with this one towel?
5 to 6 towels.
5 to 6 towels.
Kirkland's, we're talking.
Yeah, and that's a
lot of laundry.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of time. So talk about time savings when using this towel on the rims finishing.
I say I'm saving about a minute per rim.
A minute per rim,
yeah.
So 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're saving 4 minutes in that process.
Give or take 4 minutes.
Okay, that's almost 5 minutes. 4 minutes, you could finish a whole nother task in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we when our third man came on, man, shout out to Nico. When he came on, we're like, hey man, we got some new towels. Use these for the rims. And young man full of energy, we heard him go, woo! What is this towel? Say, hey man, it's the exact same drying towel. He goes, oh man, he got too carried away. Remember, he was trying to use this towel for everything. We're like, whoa. No, not for the paint. He's ready to go with this towel, excited. And then I told you, I was like, yo man, you need to try this towel. You go and try this towel. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, I did. I tried the towel with the rims, and immediately I was like, okay. I said, this is the way from now on. We're not going back to that old pilgrim way of doing stuff. That was, you find yourself purchasing way too many grimy towels. With these, we already know the durability is there. That's a given. The durability is there. We already know that the performance drop off is not going to occur within, what, 3.5 years from this guy?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's already something that we're relying on. But now when you pair up performance on finishing on parts that were time consuming, man, to us, that you want to talk about big jumps. For us, that's a huge jump. And lately, I've been even using them shits on disaster details. And you want to talk about a time savings. And you want to talk about how the least amount of towels we ran with nothing but these on like 3 maintenances the other day. And we only went through like 6 or 7 towels through the whole car.
It was like
I was able to use this on 2 maintenance vehicles. Each towel, I think we had a total of 6 of these or something like that, 6 or 7.
Total 6.
Yeah. And each towel, when we did the pairs of maintenance, I measured out. I said, this one towel on a maintenance vehicle, after the vacuum, after the blowout, this towel with the wiping down with Polestar, this one towel gave me 2 vehicles. Did 4 cars one of the days, and I used 2 of these, 4 SUVs. I did. Sal, when we came back, we had to do laundry. He goes, we didn't use no towels.
Yeah, I didn't have to refill.
I just bought 5 more of these towels.
Oh, man. So this is a designated drying towel. That's what the purpose is for. But however, we incorporate them. Remember my man used them with the steam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell him about the steam.
Oh, let me tell you about the steam. So when you steam, there's always going to be a little bit of residual moisture. So when you're steaming, the towel that you're coming in behind with, we all know a lot of microfiber, it doesn't have a lot of absorption based off of the nap. So I would find myself kind of going through it. The residual was leaving was very, very minimal. I mean, extremely minimal. Most wouldn't even recognize it or feel the need to finish afterwards. But if you look closely, it leaves very, very small, tiny micro beading, and it leaves a little bit of trails. With this here, since it's a drying towel and it's a higher nap, the twisted loops actually get into the cracks really, really well. And at the same time, it's drying as I'm going through behind the steam. So you're leaving it completely dry, ready to, if you're ready to put your finishers on, and your leather conditioners, your toppers, any of that stuff, your plastic, your restorers or any dressings, it's ready to go with this here because this is completely dried the surface. You're not having to wait. I can imagine using this in the winter months.
Oh yeah.
When we wash outdoors, the winter months, because you ever spray it on and it stays wet and it just keeps getting, you're like, oh man, this one here, this towel went from utility to pretty much
it's getting heavy
all
usage.
Round hustler right now.
Yeah, this comes in 3 colors.
Heavy rotation.
3 colors for this one. We're going to find a way. This is probably going to.
I'm not, as of now, I'm not buying any more towels besides this towel here.
Because this towel.
And Kirk Franklin's.
This towel right here, it gets down on anything and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And Sal kept saying that for a while. He had to remove some polish last week, and we had a fresh one.
Oh, yes.
No, he did the paint prep.
I did the paint prep with the Evo. I did the paint prep with the Evo. There's an Evo edition of the same size. Yeah. And I did the paint prep with the Evo towel. Oh man, because we got happy when the performance of the Zero. Yes. Right? That's our main ones that we talked about earlier. But I used the Evo, this size towel on paint prep. It's just it grabs so much. You just know you're doing a better job.
It's hard. It's one of those things that you can't really explain.
If you know, you know.
Yes, if you know, you know. So let us know if you guys have used any of these towels, if you guys like any of these towels, and if any of these towels have helped you or changed your game. We didn't think we were big towel people, but now it's kind of like,
it's my favorite part.
Is it really?
I like talking about towels when I do chemicals.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell you.
There ain't much to talk about when you have this towel.
And we didn't talk about the glass towels. The glass towels that we use.
We say that for another one.
Yeah, because that's a whole different one.
But you could use this on glass.
Yes, you for sure can use this on glass. But yeah, check them out. I'll link every towel that we talked about, all the chemicals also, and the microfiber washes that we recommend. We'll leave those down in the description below. Yeah, that's it for the towels, man. Hope this helped you guys. Everybody keeps asking. There you go.
Thank us later.